When you think of a gymnast, you think of a very specific body type: small, light, almost weightless. Someone who is perfectly built for the sport. But that wasn't me. When I was 9 years old, a coach told me something that will change my life forever: that I'm 10 pounds over their weight limit, and I have to be under 100 pounds. 10 pounds. When you're 9 years old, you fully don't understand weight limits, but what I understood was my body wasn't good enough. And then she hit me with something even harder. She said that I will never be good enough to be a competitive gymnast. And it left me with two things. I could either give up on my dream of being a gymnast, or I could prove her wrong. And that's exactly what I did. With all the girls in practice, they went home at the end of the day, and I stayed. And I practiced 4 hours on the side, not because I had to, but because I wanted to, and I wanted her to see me. And eventually, she did. And I was on a really high gymnastics team for 7 years. But what nobody tells you is when your body is really goes hands in hand with all the people next to you and in front of you, you see that your body isn't good enough. And that's what I thought this whole time, growing up in gymnastics. And then the pandemic hit, and my mental health just got worse and worse. And what happened? I ended up suffering with an eating disorder where I lost over 45 pounds in the span of just 2 months. And because of that, I was so weak, and I truly didn't know my self-worth. But those same coaches were now applauding me and saying that this is the body that you were always supposed to have to be a gymnast. And now you can be the best gymnast that you can be. And again, when you're a sophomore in high school, you believe that. You're a teenager. So I kept starving myself. I kept not eating. I kept believing that. And because of it all, I ended up one day on the uneven bars, which was my best event at the time, and I ended up falling and popping my shoulder out of my socket. And I was on the floor, bawling my eyes out in pain because I truly didn't know what to do at that moment. And instead of my coach asking me if I was okay, she ended up yelling at me. And she said, "Do you want to become the best gymnast you can be? Do you want to become a college athlete? Or are you going to give up?" I was so weak. I was so mentally not in the right space. And I got up and I kept going. And I pushed through that pain every day, even though I knew it was hurting my body and I was in so much pain. But I thought that's what college athletes do. I thought that's what Olympians do. Kept pushing through that pain. So I ended up finishing my season and I went to the doctor. And the doctor told me something that would change my career completely. They said that I got nerve damage from my shoulder all the way down to my fingertips, and that I can't do gymnastics for a year and a half. And again, this is my sophomore year of high school. Those are the times when college coaches are recruiting you. So that dream was over. And I had to ask myself, who am I if I'm not just a gymnast? My whole life, I was defined as a gymnast. And it took me a couple months, but I realized that I'm so much more than a girl that can do flips. I am a student, a sister, an advocate, someone who loves to help others. And I had to realize that your life is not just one straight path. It's going to take you all over the place. And then I found out about this new sport called acrobatics and tumbling. And I found this out my junior year of high school, where it was a team sport. And it was a mix of contortion, gymnastics, cheerleading, all combined. And it felt like a new start, a new beginning. And I did my research, and now here I am today. I am a sophomore at St. Leo University as a captain of the acrobatics and tumbling team here, and we are currently ranked top 10 in the nation. And because of that moment, I realized that I am so much more than what people thought of me. That same girl was told that she would never be a college athlete. That same girl was told her body wasn't good enough. That same girl almost believed it. But I chose to write my own story and have my own path. And what I leave with you guys all today is you're the one that can write your own story. There is always going to be people out there that are going to try to define you, that are going to tell you that you can't do something, that you're not good enough, but it's up to you to prove them wrong. You're the one that has the pen in your hand to write and define your own story. Thank you.